So there we are then at Carrow Road. Norwich City have won 5-0 against Brentford. The perfect way to end your 5-game losing streak, no doubt about that. Clearly the re-arrivals and returns of Johnny Howson and Ivo Pinto made a significant difference to this. Alex Pritchard told me after the game the fact that Johnny Howson's arrival meant he had a headache because of the amount of instructions he was barking out, and waxed lyrical about the fact that Johnny Howson is a leader. So we can't underestimate the impact those guys made in coming back into the side. And of course it was great to see. And to be honest, there's nothing this afternoon really that we would say Norwich weren't capable of. We know the quality they've got. The goals flowed. They set the tempo quite early on. They had lulls, but there's no arguments over what Norwich have actually got in their locker, so to speak, the old football locker. And it was lovely to see it because we haven't seen it a lot in recent weeks. There's no doubt about that. And certainly touching on Alex Pritchard, it was the first time we've properly got to see him start in the number 10 role off the striker in place of Wes Hoolahan. Stephen Naismith did very well alongside him, just out on the left, and we had Jacob starting as well. And Josh came on too. Both Murphys were on the pitch by the end of the game, and both looked very lively. So through that sense, it was all fantastic and great to see. And there was a lovely tempo about how Norwich were going about things in the attacking third. All we do have to bear in mind is that Brentford were shocking. Dean Smith, their manager, they're now on a run of 4 straight losses, and Dean Smith said that was the worst performance they'd put in this season. So clearly that has to underpin it. I mean, there's no denying the pattern here. Norwich against Rotherham here, against Blackburn on the first day of the season, and then this afternoon. They do so well when an opponent really sits off them, even if they're then trying to counter. It's the sitting off them, it's letting them properly play and not getting close, and also just not working hard enough really. As soon as the side does that, Norwich will tear them apart. Yet it didn't take much watching of this afternoon's game to see that there are still the defensive frailty. The back four were still exposed, and a side with better quality and better form will make that pay, and it only takes a goal to make that pay, unless you scored 5 of them yourself, obviously. So there's a real issue there that Norwich still need to counter, which is when they're really pressed hard, can they still do it? Now, clearly when you lose 5 on the trot, winning one game is great, but it's going to take more than that to heal the rifts. But this is a great start, so we're not going to be negative about it. They now go to Barnsley, where they have a pretty good record, home and away, in recent years, with the chance to make sure and prove the point that this can be a run, and this can be some actual forward momentum, because Norwich are still playing catch-up now. They started the game outside the top 6. They're there at the moment, but Leeds and Villa are both playing at the moment, and Leeds could overtake them. So it's a nice position to be, but clearly there's a bit more work to go, and that will all come when Norwich head to Barnsley too. I think I'm being heckled. I don't know by who. Who's heckling me? Shocking! I'm being heckled by Russell Martin, who has had a bit of heckling himself, the Norwich City captain. But there we go. Well, that was nice of Russ. Let's hope everyone's in such great spirits when we get to Oakwell next weekend. Don't forget all the fallout and analysis and building up to the game next weekend will be at pinken.com, as well as the reaction from a very nice day at Carrow Road. 5-0, Nelson Oliveira scoring his first league goal, Robbie Brady scoring a lovely goal, and Alex Pritchard most definitely the man of the match. Welcome back, Johnny and Evo.